So what is going on, guys? It's Brandon here,
And it's Jamie here.
and today we're actually going to be discussing our retro picks for Mario Kart 9.
Hey you! Yes, you. You like watching this channel, right?
Of course you do. It's sublime.
Well, we've got something to show you.
A Discord server. Yeah.
If you like Mario Kart, this is the place to be.
Quizzes, predictions, hating Baby Park. It's all here.
The link is in the description. Come join the Standard Karting Discord.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
So, kick us off, Jamie.
So, this is quite different to a lot of our other videos because we haven't actually got nailed on predictions. Like, Brandon made a short about it before, and he's got somewhat of an idea, but I'm coming into this without any, and I'm just going to discuss what I think will come back. We'll acknowledge patterns, we'll adhere to them, we'll make choices, we'll throw in a few curveballs. It'll be good. We're going to have a proper discussion about this.
Yeah, this is going to be absolutely grand, right? You're going to get to hear how we discuss things outside of YouTube.
Yeah,
This is going to be the best part of it.
yeah. Okay, so let's get into the nailed on ones first. The last course, the last course is GBA Rainbow Road. No,
Yeah, no question about it. If you don't pick GBA Rainbow Road for your predictions, you are just wrong.
yeah. So
Right? And even if you're not picking GBA Rainbow Road, pick a Rainbow Road.
yeah. So the current cycle of it is it's going back and forth between the Rainbow Road. So in the way that they came back, if you ignore SNES in Mario Kart 8, which just came back on a whim because it's a fan favourite, but
Yeah.
what happened was the first one to come back was SNES Rainbow Road. If I'm correct, that's the first Rainbow Road to ever come back.
That's right.
Yeah, and then came 8 Rainbow Road in 8 Deluxe, and then came N64 Rainbow Road. Yeah.
Yeah, also M8 Deluxe.
Yeah, and then came 7 Rainbow Road in the BCP, and then came, well, hasn't actually come yet, has it?
Yeah, but it will do.
But it will do, which is...
The way I see the pattern is you have both SNES and N64 go first, on 7 and then 8, and then if you look at the BCP, they went 3DS, and then eventually we'll get Wii. So that's backwards on the other side. So then logically, if we go back to the start, we have GBA next,
Yeah,
which is just perfect, I think.
it is. Now, there's another nailed-on pattern. It's that the track before the last in Lightning is always a last Star Cup track, with the one exception being in DS.
But the reason DS is a bit awkward is because DS had its own thing going on. It went SNES, N64, GBA, GCN for all of its cups. So, yeah.
Yep, so the choices we have for this one are Makawoohoo from 7.
Uh-huh.
There is Mount Wario from 8.
And I do believe that's it.
I do believe that's it as well.
And the main idea for this pattern is it tends to be the last game as well. So the game before this was...
Wait, what was the last in Star for Super Circuit?
The last in Star for Super Circuit is BC3.
Yeah, that's just not happening. Okay, so it's Makawoohoo or it's Mount Wario.
Yep. I tend to lean towards Makawoohoo, as people have seen. But the thing with that is a lot of people look at it and go, really? A one-lapper before Rainbow Road? But logically, if you think about it, your other option is Mount Wario. Surprise, surprise, another one-lapper.
Yeah.
Well, point to point, technically.
So, with that as well, it's been going in a bit of an order, hasn't it? It's been going... it went from...
DK Mountain.
DK Mountain, which was the GameCube one, and then it went to... What was the one?
Airship
Airship
Fortress.
Fortress, and then it went to Grumble Volcano. So, the next one, logically, is 7.
Absolutely.
So, because of that, I can't see it being anything else apart from Makawoohoo.
Neither can I. A lot of people are like, no, they wouldn't do that. And it's like, trust me, it's Nintendo. They would.
Yeah. So
Also, saying that we couldn't have a mountain before Rainbow Road, DK Mountain would like to disagree with you. Well, not before Rainbow Road, but before the very last thing in the Lightning Cup.
Yep. So, and well, we're not going to go in order. So, race one for Shout is going to be a circuit.
Absolutely.
Or it's going to be a first or a second track cut from a game. And
Yeah.
to be honest, there's only three tracks from DS that need to come back: BC, Rainbow Road, Figure Eight.
Yeah.
So something tells me it's going to be Figure Eight, isn't it? They need to get rid of the track anyway.
Like they need to use it up so it's next in line. And plus, I noticed a cool little pattern in what was I going to say? In Wii, the first in Shell is Peach Beach, which is not a circuit track. It's a second track. Then in 7 we had Luigi Raceway, which is
the first track. N64.
that is the first track, and it's also a circuit. And then 8 gave us Moo Moo Meadows, which isn't a circuit, and it's a second track. So logically, next should be a circuit track and the first circuit track. So your main two options here are Figure 8 circuit and Luigi circuit. Because we can't have Toad circuit because BCP.
Yeah, and something tells me it is probably going to be DS Figure 8 circuit. Because
there's a lot more to go at in Wii, so they have more time for Luigi circuit.
There is. Now, we're going to race 3 in the Shell Cup. This is usually a third Mushroom Cup track. So what can it be? Now this is quite a divisive one because it's again between Wii U and 7.
Yeah.
Do you want? Is it Sweet Sweet Canyon or is it Cheap Cheap Lagoon?
Now, it could work with Lagoon, and that would open up later on for you to be able to have Bone Dry Dunes in the Lightning Cup.
It would.
But if you pick like Sweet Sweet Canyon, then you actually have, a decent Wii U track in this cup. Because your only other option after that is the Womp Ruins, and I don't see anybody raving at the Womp Ruins.
I mean, this water park.
I
love water park.
Which classes with Lagoon?
Yeah. So
that just wouldn't work.
Yeah, the question is there anything else? I'm going to leave this one blank, but I'm going to discuss and entertain the idea. It could be Cheap Cheap Lagoon, or it could be Sweet Sweet Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those. They are the best two to pick.
Yeah.
They are, honestly, they're perfect for that slot. Because they're both third tracks as well. That's the pattern there. They are both third in Mushroom.
Yeah, so
they are third in Shell.
Now, what we're going to discuss is what's going to come back from SNES and what's going to come back from GBA and what's going to come back from N64. Now, for me, these are nailed on choices. There's only one theme from the original SNES that has not been remade in any capacity.
That's right.
Yep, and that one singular theme is Vanilla Lake.
Not in any capacity. It's in Tour.
It's in Tour, but we're not going to count Tour.
That's fair.
Yeah, so Vanilla Lake has not seen a mainline debut ever. So, in my thought for the next retros is that they're going to try and complete the old games as themes. So, I believe there's going to be one SNES, one GBA, two GBA, and one N64.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of that N64 track, we know exactly what it is as well.
Everybody knows what it is because it's the one track that everyone's going, oh my god, it needs to come back. And it just hasn't.
Yeah, they just left it for dead. They've left it for 30 years.
Until now.
Come on. Until now.
N64 Wario Stadium is finally going to come back.
Legendary track. I actually like this track. A lot of people hate it, right? But I like this track.
You know what? And honestly, hear me out. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know how everyone's talking about there's a mystery track in the BCP, what could it be? Is it unrealistic to think they might try Wario Stadium?
Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think that would be cool.
It would be cool. We haven't seen an A64 track since Wave 2.
Yeah, I mean, the only like sad thing about that is that there's no like tour gap to sort of like help that claim. But I would honestly love having Wario Stadium come back. That would be amazing.
Yep. So what we have to do is now we have to fit in Vanilla Lake, and we have to fit in. We have to fit in the next GBA track, or GBA tracks, because there will be two. And we have to fit in Wario Stadium. Now, the other GBA track. Did you know there's only one last unique music theme that hasn't come back? Yoshi Desert. And that that helps the case of we need a beach track, we do need a desert track, and we do need a ice track.
Yeah.
And
now
this helps perfectly.
The thing with the GBA remakes, though, there's two ways they could do this, right? Because personally, I don't believe it'll be Yoshi Desert. I believe it'll be Broken Pier. So, with if it's Yoshi Desert, then that means that they don't really care about it appearing in Tour. They just want to see a mainline. They want to see a mainline debut of that specific theme and music, right? Yoshi Desert is technically the only one, other than Rainbow Road, to get this, to have this distinction, because Lakeside Park is a rearrangement of Riverside Park, and obviously Broken Pier shares its music with Boo Lake.
It does.
And Cheap Cheap Island shares its music with Shanghai Beach, but again, it's not that.
It does. So
which is it?
Which is it? It's a good question because, as you said, Broken Pier can fit in better, but I think the idea is they want Yoshi Desert.
Yeah, I understand, and I like that theory. I like the idea of it being like, right, they'll complete the music, because then once the music is done for each game, they don't need to worry about things coming back.
They do.
Necessarily.
It means then, from now on, we can have one SNES, one N64, one GBA, and it can be whatever track they want. They're not restricted on what hasn't come back already, what has priority.
I mean, the thing with that, though, is that Broken Pier kind of then seems more likely, because other than Rainbow Road, Broken Pier is the only other thing to not be remade from GBA. So that's why my firm belief is Broken Pier over Yoshi Desert. But again, I can see the Yoshi Desert theory. It works so soundly.
Yes. So, now, question is GameCube.
GameCube, right.
GameCube. So, there's 4 tracks that have not come back from GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Mushroom City,
Wario Coliseum,
Bowser Castle,
and Rainbow Road.
Yes. That was brilliant chemistry, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
That was not planned at all.
Fuck yeah. I just thought, fuck it, we'll slid that in.
Nice.
We'll slid that in, we'll slide that in.
So there's already going to be a Rainbow Road coming back from GBA. So it's not going to be Rainbow Road.
Yep, so that's out.
Yep,
3 left.
It is. 3 left. And it's probably not going to be Bowser Castle either, and we'll explain why later.
2 down, 2 to go.
2 to go. And while Brandon believes it's only going to be 1 GameCube track, I believe it'll be 2.
I respect that decision. That's ballsy. I like that.
It's not even ballsy. I think it'll go 1 from SNES, 1 from N64, 2 from the rest, and 4 from Wii U. I think that makes perfect amount of sense.
Yeah. I mean, does that mean that you only have 2 3DS tracks then?
Yes, it does.
Right, okay. So you don't go with that pattern of the game before the last game has 3 retros?
I don't. I think that pattern is going to die out with this one.
Alright. I mean, the thing with that is, you would, I've looked at, what's left, and it's very difficult to get 3 3DS tracks that make sense. It's doable, but it's hard. If that continues, that means they're going to struggle as they continue on. So
I think it's just going to be 2 from everything, and then 1 from SNES to complete the themes, and 2 from GBA to complete the themes, and 1 from N64 to complete the themes.
Yeah.
And then with GCN, you've just got BC and Rainbow Road left.
Yep, which can come back in any kind of capacity, whether it be DLC or the game after that, or something like that.
Exactly. So I believe it will be Coliseum and City from GCN.
Perfect. I mean, the reason I don't have a second GCN track is because having a second one would mean I'd have to have Wario Coliseum or Bowser's Castle, considering Rainbow Road is out. But since I go with DSBC, that eliminates Bowser Castle as well, leaving only Wario Coliseum and Mushroom City. Now, Mushroom City, for me, is a shoo-in. That has to come.
It's nailed on.
Wario Coliseum, for me, can't because of Wario Stadium. I honestly don't think they will pile on all of the Wario tracks at once. I've seen some retro lists, even in our own Discord server, where people are putting in Mount Wario, Wario Coliseum, and Wario Stadium.
Yeah, it's too many.
It's too many, guys.
My counterpoint to that is that they brought back Wario's Gold Mine in the same base game when they brought back Wario Stadium from DS.
Yeah,
so they can do 2 Wario Stadiums. That's not a problem. Not 2 Wario Stadiums. They can do 2 Wario courses.
Yeah, so it's completely fine if we had Wario Stadium and I guess something like Mount Wario or Wario's Galleon, but I don't think Coliseum can fit alongside Stadium, considering they're both like stunt-based racing tracks in some sort of arena.
I mean, we also saw Wario Stadium from DS come back alongside Waluigi Stadium, which came back in the Booster Course Pass. So,
well, I think the thing is, I think the Booster Course Pass did not have Base 8 in mind too much. Like, when they made Base 8, the Booster Course Pass is definitely not even in their minds. I can guarantee you that one. Like, when they made, like, original Base 8 in 2013, 2014, right? When they were making it back then. But as we continue on, as the years went on, they thought of bringing back tracks for the Booster Course Pass as they brewed that idea in their head. And to me, I guess they would have just kind of ignored, like, the Base 8 tracks. Like, because, think about it. The one thing that proves this is DS Wario Stadium. They had that and still brought back pinball.
Yeah, okay.
They clearly don't care about, like, doubling up on theming in that regard.
So, that's just our thoughts. I think Coliseum and City are coming back. And then it will just leave the BCs and Rainbow Roads.
Yeah.
Now, on to DS. Now, one thing I can tell you is that there is not one DS course coming. Because...
yeah, I mean, it seems crazy.
The disappointment becomes immeasurable when it's only Figure 8 circuit from DS coming back.
I mean, yeah... I can agree with that. I mean, I don't actually hate Figure 8 as much as most people do.
No, I don't hate it.
If you've seen our DS track ranking, you'll know that I put Figure 8 above Cheap Cheap Beach and DK Pass. But I can agree that they won't just have Figure 8 circuit. There will be something else from DS alongside it, such as DS or DSBC or DS Rainbow Road, since that's all it can be.
Yeah, and it can't be DS Rainbow Road.
Because of GBA Rainbow Road. So
the question
has to be Bowser Castle.
Can DS Bowser Castle fit in there?
Absolutely.
We think it can.
Absolutely, yeah. Leaf Cup, at the end of Leaf Cup. Like, just think about it. It's not going to be as high as Shell or Banana. Okay. And it can't be in Lightning. So, okay. I personally believe it has to go at the end of Leaf Cup. I mean, there's precedent for it being like a 3D Bowser Castle being at the end of a cup anyway. Look at Wii with the Lightning Cup, BC64.
Yeah, I mean, I can only see it being Race 2 in Lightning or Race 4 in Leaf.
Yeah,
Race 2 in Lightning it actually makes a lot more sense than you think.
Okay, explain.
When DS brought it to Retros, the third to last track, so the second in Lightning, was a track before a finisher. So that was Banshee Boardwalk. And not just that as well, but with the BCP, we're about to see a Bowser Castle in the most random-ass place.
I mean, you say Bowser Castle in a random-ass place, like, that's not, like, a thing that's happened before. Look at where BC 2, 3, and 1 were.
Yeah, okay. I just think Bowser Castles are less restricted by place than Rainbow Roads are. Rainbow Roads have to be at the end. Bowser Castle can be basically anywhere. It's not going to be starting a truck cup, that's for sure, but Race 2 and Lightning, I can kind of see it.
Now, personally, I like that, and I completely like. Well, I don't completely agree, but I agree with some of it, and I think there's a method to it. I think 3D Bowser castles have to go at the end, while flat Bowser castles can go wherever.
That's a good. Yeah, I can accept the opinion.
That's my counterpoint
I
to
do
that.
personally think though it can go second in Lightning, but let's talk for now about Wii. We will have 2 tracks come back, and
Yeah.
we have a beautiful 5 tracks to pick from. All
Well,
is it 5 or 6?
it's 6 technically, but one of them's immediately out because of what we just discussed.
Yeah. So we've got the 3 circuits: Mario, Luigi, Daisy.
Yep.
We've got Rainbow Road and Bowser Castle.
We don't have a Rainbow Road.
Oh yeah, shit. No, that will come back. So it was 5. I'm right.
No, it is 6 because we have Toad's Factory, Dry Ruins,
Oh,
the 3
Dry Ruins
Circuits,
as well.
and Bowser's Castle.
So
Yeah.
what comes back?
Now, with this, we can eliminate some things already, right? Luigi Circuit is out because of Figure 8.
Yeah.
And now you might think that eliminates Mario and Daisy too. Not quite.
Not quite
With
though.
with those two, you can kind of make a case for them. But I personally think that N64 Wario Stadium knocks out Daisy Circuit, since the first in Star tends to be second in Leaf. So I think Daisy Circuit is out for that reason. And then Dry Ruins is eliminated from either Shy Guy Bazaar from 3DS, or Bone Dry Dunes from Wii U, or Yoshi Desert from Super Circuit,
It is. I think
which just leaves
it leaves Toad's Factory, Mario Circuit, and Bowser Castle.
yeah. And we just explained why Bowser's Castle will be from DS.
So Mario Circuit from Wii, Toad's Factory from Wii, they're in.
Perfect. It's
And-
just a perfect couple of tracks there. It works so well.
It is, but now where it comes to the divisive bit, because Brendan, if I'm right, you want 3 3DS tracks, don't you?
I do.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
I can't see it.
Okay. Well, I've seen that a lot of people on our Discord tend to agree, tend to sort of not disagree with my list, but they feel that my list tends to be out of place, which is ironic considering my list has followed a lot of patterns.
Yeah, but
It's quite funny, but it kind of proves that people don't look at patterns, or at least don't care about them.
the only way I can see it being 3 3DS tracks is if it's Wario Galleon. But that kind of hurts the fact that there's going to be so many Wario tracks in this. So I can't
It
see.
not only hurts that, but Wario's Galleon has to be in the Lightning Cup for the game after this.
It does. So
So it can't be Galleon.
realistically, the only other one it could be is bloody. Oh,
It can't be Woohoo Loop because of Marco
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I believe
Can't be Mario Circuit because of Mario Circuit.
the combo for the next game will be Shy Guy Bazaar will be in the game after this.
Okay.
Except we got an issue there because if Shy Guy Bazaar comes back, Dry Ruins can't. And can people wait that long for Dry Ruins?
Yeah, and you've also got to consider that you can't have Yoshi Desert alongside that either.
True. So the question is, could you potentially have 2 desert tracks?
Now, I would have to disagree because we don't have many desert tracks left. I know it doesn't. I know it seems like there's a few, and we're trying to cram them all in. But put it this way: if we have all these desert tracks, we can pad out the time we have left,
Yeah.
and we have many more games to come, hopefully, and many more Mario Karts to fill, and many more desert tracks to use.
Yeah.
In fact, if you measure up how many desert tracks we have left compared to how many ice tracks we have left, it's even.
Yeah.
We have
So one
the 2 Vanilla Lakes and Ice World, and then Yoshi Desert, Dry Ruins, and Bone Dry Dunes.
Okay, but you say that, but I don't believe it'll be both in the lakes. I believe only one of them will ever come back.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't stop them from bringing 2 Donut Plains back,
Yes, but
or
there was only
3 Mario
okay.
Circuits.
The only time that a 1 variant has ever appeared is in DS. There's never been another one variant ever appear outside of that. It's either 2 or 3 or... It's not even 4, it's just 2 or 3. We haven't ever seen a one variant outside of DS, and they only chose those because they're simple. Like, yeah, we saw 2 donut places, but the one from DS doesn't count. We saw... how many Mario Circus was in? Was in 3 of them.
3?
Yeah, but 1 doesn't really count because it's from DS. Like, if you look at it like that, we're not going to be seeing any of the 1 variants, so Vanilla Lake 2 is the only one that's ever going to come back. Vanilla Lake 1 won't. It's too similar. So, that's my belief with that. So, once we see Vanilla Lake, we're out. Then the only ice track left is Ice World. And Mount Wario.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, of course, Mount Wario.
And Ice Outpost.
Oh, so there's more ice tracks then, huh?
No, because you didn't mention Bone Dry Dunes, so I think it's 4.
No, I did mention Bone Dry
So
Dunes.
we've got 3 ice tracks and 3 desert.
No, 3 desert tracks and 5 ice tracks. If you include both Vanilla Lakes.
I don't.
If you don't include both Vanilla Lakes, then it's 4.
Won't be because you didn't include Yoshi Desert, which is also.
I did. Oh my god, is he deaf, guys? You're gonna have to like rewind in the video and just see what I said and see how.
How many desert tracks did you say then?
Yeah, I said 3 desert tracks: Yoshi Desert, Dry Dry Ruins, and Bone Dry Dunes.
But no, because you missed out Shy Guy Bazaar, so that's 4.
Oh, it is 4. Oh.
Yeah, no, you were missing one of them. I just tried to think which one you were.
It was bizarre.
Yeah,
I missed out.
That's pretty bizarre.
It is pretty bizarre, guys.
That's
awful. I
awful.
remember things. It is, yeah.
So,
guys, 10k likes and Jamie will play Shy Guy Bazaar on loop.
Oh,
and he'll constantly say, "This is so bizarre," the whole time.
You know what? I don't think I have the mental capacity for that.
No one does.
Yeah,
that's why we're signing you up for it.
Yep. So that's about 4 and 5 ice tracks or 4 ice tracks. I wasn't keeping count, but we've got a pretty much an equal amount of ice and desert. So it will be 1 per. So there won't be multiple. So Dry, Bazaar, and Bone Dry will have to wait.
Okay. Because you're going with Yoshi Desert.
Yes, I am, because I think they're trying to complete the themes.
All right.
They're trying to get them over and done with this one. So,
I mean, there will be people that mention yes, Lakeside Park is also a unique theme, but as I mentioned earlier, it is a rearrangement of Riverside Park.
It's just a remix.
Now, it's a rearrangement, not a remix. But now, people might also begin to mention that technically that means Bowser's Castle from Wii shouldn't come back either, because that's a rearrangement of Maple Treeway. And to that I say, no. I mean, absolutely not.
It's a good point as to why it hasn't come back already.
Yeah, but it's a Bowser's Castle and a 3D one at that.
Yeah. So, that leads me on to me saying that in 3DS there's just no other courses that can realistically come back apart from Makawoohoo and Daisy Hills. I don't see any other track that can come back, and I think they'll save Woohoo Loop for another game.
Absolutely. Probably the next one.
Probably the next one. So, unfortunately, Daisy Hills and Makawoohoo, you're in. And then, what we do then is we save the Wii U tracks just to fill in the gaps. They won't pick the Wii U tracks based on what they want to come back. They'll pick on what fits like the gaps that are left. Like, there's no way they chose Yoshi Falls and Desert Hills just because they wanted to in Wii. There's no way they wanted to do that. No, they used them to fill in what they were missing.
Yeah, of course. They did it because they needed places to start so they could have better retros later on.
Exactly. So what we do is then we fit the Wii U tracks around what's happening. So let's place these. So race 2 in the Shell Cup is good for me. It's going to have to be 3DS Daisy Hills.
Personally, for me, it's Wii Toad's Factory, and I've seen some people agree with my placement. Others disagree and think I'm a complete loon. But,
I do.
Oh yeah, he's sat on the call with me. Of course, he thinks I'm a loon.
And,
but it just fits perfectly here. Like, I personally, I think there's a pattern of there being, like, you take in the Shell Cup, you always have whatever game it is. So whether it be DS Figure 8 Circuit or or Luigi Raceway. The track after it will be from the next game. So in Luigi Raceway's case, it was BC1. In our case, it will be Toad's Factory, because it would be a Wii track, and the only two Wii tracks from the Mushroom Cup in Wii that are left are Toad's Factory and Luigi Circuit.
What was the second track in 8's Retros? Was that
Mario Circuit? It's like that one is the only one that doesn't follow the pattern, because it goes Wii Moo Meadows and then GBA Mario Circuit, which I hate. I hate that they did that. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So my justification is Toad's Factory will be 4th in the Shell Cup. I think it's just where it always is, isn't it?
That's fair.
Tracks will generally try to stick to the same placement with a few exceptions. So I think,
yeah, of course,
Daisy Hill's being 2nd and then Toad's Factory being 4th. Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, logically, your entire Shell Cup can be in the correct places.
Yeah.
But I just think that in every cup, there's always one track that's out of place. They always do it.
So, in Banana, I believe it will start off race 1 with Wii Mario Circuit.
Nice. Funnily enough, a place where we agree, guys.
My only issue is that you've got 2 Wii tracks kind of back to back, and then you've got nothing else.
Yeah, but like, again, there's not a lot that you can do about that.
That's true. Race 2. In Banana, is there a pattern with this one?
Not typically. Now, we tend to put the SNES tracks here, and so do Nintendo.
So, Vanilla Lake 2 will probably end up here.
Yeah, alright. Again, I think SNES BC1, for reasons explained earlier, SNES BC1 sort of is the only, it's a way I can have 2 retro Bowser castles, which is something we need, as well as having an ice track in Ice World and a desert track in Bazaar.
But my other logic is, when I said they were trying to complete the themes, when BC3 comes back in the BCP, there's no way they're going to bring back another SNES Bowser Castle for a fucking long time.
I mean, I respect that. I respect that opinion on that, but at the same time, 3 games in a row, they gave us 3 GBA Bowser Castles, so yeah.
Okay.
It's not completely illogical.
Is there a pattern with race 4 of Banana?
Race 4 of Banana, not to my knowledge.
It's usually like a stadium, like Wario track in it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had Waluigi Stadium. We had what else did we have? Oh God, what is it in? Is it Pinball? Yeah, it's Pinball in 7.
Okay.
Waluigi Stadium in Wii, Pinball in 7, and then it's DK Jungle in.
Just on a whim, yeah. It's just randomly DK
on a whim.
Jungle.
It's so strange. I don't agree with that at all. But
right, let's try and organise the rest of these. So, Leaf Cup, second in Leaf Cup. Is there a pattern?
Second in Leaf, yeah, is usually the first in Star.
Usually the first in Star. So this is probably where we're going to see Wario Stadium.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's got to, man. Like, it can't go anywhere else. Yeah, okay, it could be last in Banana and fit the stadium theme, but I think it's too long and tricky for that.
Yeah, so race 3 in Leaf, have we got a pattern?
Race 3 in Leaf. Not really. In fact, we tend to not really have anything here. It tends to be whatever they have left in this slot. A good candidate for this, for me, was Broken Pier. So, honestly, you could put Yoshi Desert here.
I probably will, but I'm going to save it for now, just so I can see what we have left. Yeah. So this leaves us now with the Lightning Cup. What is the pattern for Race 1 Lightning? I'll let you say this one.
Yes, Race 1 Lightning tends to be second in Star. So that gives us the options of Mushroom City, Dolphin Shoals, Wario's Galleon, and that's it. Those are your options. Now, there has also been the pattern of it being... no. That's for the race. That's for Race 2. It's Race 1. Race 1 of the Lightning is always second in Star, typically.
typically.
The
But
only time this was wrong is Wii with Mario Circuit 3.
and in the
Uh,
last one as well with Piranha Plant. That's not second.
oh yeah, okay, sure.
That's first in star, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, because it goes Pipeway Galleon,
Yes.
something, and then Makawuhu. I'm a fake fan. I have no idea what it is.
Okay,
Oh well.
my trust me on this one. I think I'm going to put Wario Colosseum here.
Ooh.
I think with the last one, it shows that they can
That's
break.
first.
They,
That's first in special.
I know, but with the last one, they said they can break the pattern. They've shown it.
Well, where are you putting City then?
Oh wait, no. Wait, never mind. It can be. I believe City will probably be third in Leaf.
Third in Leaf.
Third in Leaf.
Where are you going to put Yoshi Desert?
Probably third in Banana.
Okay.
Do you know what?
Well, then where are you going to put the Wii U tracks? You got to remember to put Wii U tracks in, bro.
Yeah, I will. I will remember to put Wii U tracks in. So, fourth in Leaf, I'm going to stick with you. I'm going to have your idea and put DS Bowser Castle there.
It's perfect. It just works.
It does work. And that
So
leaves
what
us...
made you drop your putting it in Lightning Theory? Because you didn't select Shoals for Lightning.
You're
And
right.
if you had Shoals, you could have had DSBC right after.
You're right, because Shoals works better than Cheap Cheap Lagoon, which means Sweet Sweet Canyon would be in race 3, because that needs to be a Wii U track. There needs to be a Wii U track in it, which means Bowser Castle can't even fit in there.
Okay. So there has to be Sweet Sweet Canyon that you've got there. Since
Yep.
your other courses are...
And then Dolphin Shoals will probably be the second in Lightning.
Dolphin Shoals probably fits better where Colosseum is.
You're right, so probably just move them over then.
Yeah. Considering that Shoals
It's a second in Star Cup.
second in Star, so it would go first. The options in this slot are Mushroom City, Dolphin Shoals, and Wario's Galleon.
Yep, so... And then the second one will probably be Colosseum.
Yeah, you can put Colosseum here, you can put DSBC here.
Yeah, but...
In fact, Colosseum there goes quite well, and I'll tell you why. Because that is a first in special.
Yeah.
And first in special can go here, I think.
You're right, so...
First in special can also go where Leaf is, so you could put Wario Colosseum first in Leaf.
I won't, because Wario Stadium's there.
Ah, there you go.
So it can't be there, so the only logical place is second in Lightning.
Yep.
So, let's... what is left? There needs to be a Wii U track in each of the remaining cups. So, and that just leaves 2 slots left. Yoshi Desert and
City.
And Mushroom City. Yep. So, I want to say Mushroom City will probably be third in Leaf.
Okay.
Beautiful.
A lot of people find it weird that I put City first in Lightning, but since it follows a pattern, I think it works perfectly.
That's fair.
And who doesn't want a chaotic highway going first? Like, come on now.
Yoshi Desert is going in Banana then, right after SNES.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, those two usually come together in the Banana Cup anyway.
Not really. They tend to avoid having both SNES and GBA in the same cup.
We would argue against that.
Okay, what track? What tracks?
Oh wait, no, that wasn't. Oh wait, no, that wasn't SNES. That was N64. Never mind. But I believe I think this just works right now.
That's fair.
Okay, so now we're missing
Your final slots are two Wii U tracks.
2 Wii U tracks. A race 4 in Banana and a race 1 in Leaf. Do any of these have a pattern?
Well, the Leaf has first in special, or it has special cup tracks and first tracks, therefore first and special cup. So that could work as Cloud Top.
Cloud Top could definitely fit here.
And then ending 4 in Banana tends to be sort of like end of Flower Cup, usually.
So that would be Shy Guy Falls.
Shy Guy Falls, yeah.
But someone tells me it probably won't be Shy Guy Falls.
No, I understand that. Plus, you don't also... if you do Shy Guy Falls, you're not doing the double up rule, where at least one of the cups has 2 from it,
Yeah.
and one cup gets ignored entirely, usually.
Would it be wrong to move GBA Yoshi Desert to the fourth? And then put Toad Harbor in Banana Race 3?
That would again be the Flower Cup, meaning you don't do the double up rule.
I mean, nothing said I have to put Cloud Top there.
I mean, without that, then what do you have there first in Leaf? Because Cloud Top works there, whereas Toad Harbor and like Shy Guy Falls are not necessarily there, while as Cloud Top is more or less a shoe-in for the Leaf.
Well, could GBA Yoshi Desert start off a cup then?
I mean, potentially.
I mean,
I see it. It's flat and.
Oh wait, no, because I need a Wii U track in there.
You could always move Mushroom City.
No, because that just works perfectly where it is.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with Toad Harbor.
Okay.
And
so
then
what cup are you taking from? Mushroom, Flower, or Star?
I'm just trying to find a way how I can work Electrodrome in there. Because if it tells me that's probably gonna come back.
If you're gonna have Electrodrome, I'd put it where City is and put City first.
Yeah, but City first in Leaf doesn't.
It's a Star Cup track. It's usually second in Star. Saying it goes first in Leaf is irrelevant. What?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, maybe I will. And I believe that is me.
You've also created that ugly Mario Kart 7 pattern of having one track in the same slot. Like one game in the same slot every single time, almost.
Yeah, I kind of did.
7 did it with N64, but honestly, if it's one game out every single time, that's all right.
Yeah,
it goes
so
Wii with none of that happening, and then 7 with that happening, 8 with not that happening, and then this game with that happening.
yeah, so here I actually have completed it now, and this is looking pretty spicy. Yeah.
So, would you like to give out your final list? Explain to everybody what you have picked, and then I will explain mine.
Yep. So race 1 in Shell, I've gone with DS Figure 8 Circuit because it is one of the only starting courses now to have not returned. And I think Luigi Circuit will probably end up starting the next one. Race 2, I've gone with Daisy Hills. People like it. It's one of the only second tracks to have not come back. And in general, a lot of 3DS tracks actually clash with a lot of the tracks that need to come back. So this is a nice little no clash. Race 3, I've gone with Sweet Sweet Canyon because with Dolphin Shoals being there, it's not going to be Cheap Cheap Lagoon and not really any other choices. Race 4, I've gone with Toad's Factory because it is one of the fan favourites that hasn't come back now. Like, people will hunt Nintendo if they don't bring this one back.
I agree with you there.
Race 1, Banana, Mario Circuit, Wii, because there always needs to be a Mario Circuit that comes back. There's always a retro Mario Circuit. And what stops it from being Mario Circuit from 7? Well, because otherwise then you'd have Daisy Circuit and there's 3 circuits.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Wii doesn't have that many tracks left now.
Of course.
Race 2 Banana, SNES Vanilla Lake 2, because it's the last theme from SNES to not come back completely.
Yep. That's sound reasoning. It's perfect. I like that.
It's good reasoning. Race 3 Banana, Toad Harbor, because Race 3 Banana has a habit for being Race 2 of a Flower Cup.
Yep.
Yep, and Toad Harbor fits it perfectly. People like it. It's a nice little chill track.
Yep.
Race 4 Banana, I've gone with GBA Yoshi Desert. Desert tracks, typically when they come back, they either start or end a cup.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
If you think about it, Calamari Desert and Desert Hills from Wii and 7. But also Dry Desert from 8. They have a habit for ending or starting.
Yeah, of course.
So this one works here pretty well. Leaf Race 1, GCM Mushroom City. it seems like it could be an opening track. It needs to come back. So I reckon it probably will.
All right.
People want to see this one back, and it has quite a good fan base. Leaf Cup Race 2, Wario Stadium. There's nothing else that can come back. It's the last one that hasn't.
Yeah, it's perfect.
If this one didn't come back, it would prove that Nintendo just ignores it.
Yeah, that would honestly be devastating.
It wouldn't be devastating because I don't really like the track either, but
I quite like it.
I don't. I think it's awful.
Most people just hate it because it's long.
Yeah.
Like, guys, get a grip. It's a cool track.
Yeah.
Just race on it.
Race 3 in Leaf, Electrodrome, fan favourite. Need I say more? Race 4 Leaf, DS Bowser Castle. It's a big Bowser Castle. It'll probably come at the end. It can't fit in Lightning. And if we only had Figure 8 Circuit from DS come back, people would be so disappointed.
Oh, definitely.
Would Lightning Race 1, Dolphin Shores. Honestly, this one seems like it would fit here more than it fits in its original place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's such a... I personally think it's weak, but I know a lot of people like that track.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but...
Yeah, it's overrated.
It is overrated, but... It could work here. Lightning Race 2, GCM Wario Coliseum. Again, it's all about completing themes and completing tracks, innit?
Of course.
Race 3, Mac of Woohoo. It follows the rule of it being a last Star Cup track, coming back in the third slot of Lightning.
Yeah, third slot of Lightning.
Yeah, and there's not really much else from 3DS that can come back, as we just kind of said.
Yeah, like 3DS, weirdly enough, even if it has 9 tracks that haven't come back, like, to a mainline game, you still struggle in fitting them in.
Yeah, because a lot of them are already similarly themed. And to end it off, Race 4 Lightning, GBA Rainbow Road.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
It just fits.
It does just
now,
fit.
just a recap for everybody who either hasn't seen my short or has forgotten. My Shell Cup is DS Figure 8 Circuit for reasons that are very similar to Jamie's. Wii Toad's Factory, because honestly, I like that idea of it going like one game and then the next game. And plus, Toad's Factory would be kind of unique and cool here. Wii U Sweet Sweet Canyon, because we need a third Mushroom Cup track here. And then 3DS Shy Guy Bazaar, because of picking Sunshine Airport later. But honestly, if this was something like Lagoon, then I could have Bone Dry Dunes later, but regardless. Banana Cup, Wii Mario Circuit. It fits perfectly here. We need a Mario Circuit. It's the same slot in Flower. And we can't really have many other things. SNES Bowser Castle 1. I went with this because it's nice to have 2 retro Bowser Castles. And it's not completely unheard of for them to give us a Bowser Castle really early on. Like, it's not a difficult one. Like, who finds BC1 hard? Yeah, and I went with Rosalina's Ice World for the ice track instead of like Vanilla Lake like Jamie. Wii U Electrodrome as the third slot. Again, fan favorite like Jamie said. It fits in this slot because it's third in star. So it's in the right column, and it would just work that well there. And then ending on 3DS Rosalina's Ice World. Some people hate where I've put this, but there's nowhere else I can put it, so it goes there. The Leaf Cup, Wii U Cloud Top Cruise, because I think other than the fact that it has leaves on it, the first in special, goes here quite well, I think. Considering we have had first tracks and special cup tracks in this slot.
Did you really just go? Does it? Yeah, it does have leaves on it.
I did, yes. Everybody can hear that now. Anyway, N64 Wario Stadium is next because first in star usually goes here, and it is completely fine. After that, we have our ghost track being Broken Pier. Honestly, I subscribe more to my theory than Jamie's about there being like stuff they haven't made yet over remaking music. Like, I like it. It's nice that they want to clear away music themes. That's fine and all. But I think it's probably more likely with a game like Game Boy Advance to be, like, for a game like Super Circuit, I think they want to be finishing off their tracks rather than their themes. Considering all the tracks look the same in SNES, whereas they don't all look the same in Super Circuit, minus the 4 Bowser Castles. Speaking of a Bowser Castle, next is DS Bowser Castle. It fits so well here. N64 Bowser Castle has ended a cup before. Granted, it was Lightning and not Leaf, but we can't really do that with our Lightning. Lightning Cup. Mushroom City goes perfectly here because it's second in star. And yeah, they broke that pattern recently, but I think there's grounds for them to go back. After that, we have Sunshine Airport. Now, a lot of people are going to burn me at the stake for this option because it's Sunshine Airport. But 1, I like the track. 2, fuck you. And 3, it's a... it just fits here because it's first in star. First in star has gone here before. Just look at Piranha Plant Pipeline. Next is Makawoohoo because of the whole theory of it being the last track in star to be third in Lightning. It just goes so well here. And then GBA Rainbow Road to cap things off because of our little Rainbow Road pattern. And this thing's due a remake. It would be so cool. Honestly, it'd be perfect.
It is.
But yeah, that's going to be all we have time for in this video, guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, why not drop us a like and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
See you guys.